It's been a hot minute since we last casted the game, and I I think it's been a solid week and a half. And what better way to get back into it than with a normal game, not a ranked game? Normal games are fun. People try a lot less. It's my preferred game mode, and I get made fun of for it. But you get to see a lot more exciting stuff happening and just suboptimal stuff. For example, Fleet Footwork Ezreal. I'll give the bar the pass because the level 5 account doesn't have flash and doesn't have the ability to make custom keystones. It's the commonest whatever. It's a very interesting lineup. Although it is because of the fact that it is a normal game, I do have to actually see what lane everyone's going to, but luckily in this game it's pretty obvious. Sometimes it's really hard to guess. Sometimes in ranked it's really hard to guess. And even when everybody gets ordered in the way that they're actually going. So let's just reorder the scoreboard based on where everybody is likely going. There we go. Fixed. By the way, there's a health bar up here. I don't know what that health bar is doing. I don't know what it's trying to load. It looks like a minion health bar, but that's obviously not the place minions spawn from. It's also not position 0-0 or any sort of default coordinate, so I don't know what that unit actually is that generates that health bar. But you can only also see it in spectate mode, because you don't see the part where the game turns gray and black. When you load into the game, it's already, that health bar has already vanished. So you can really only see it in spectate. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be minion. I'm not sure why it's placed there. Oh, we're gonna have a minor invade? Nope. They're just gonna walk up and assert their dominance. So we didn't go over the matchups, but we have eyes. We can just see. There's pretty interesting picks actually. It's not... These are the standard picks nowadays. Kind of. But it also features champions you never see in ranked. For example, who lets a Yuumi through in ranked? Somebody clearly didn't ban Yuumi in this blind pick game, and now we have a Yuumi in this game. This Yuumi does have heal and ignite, so that's a double heal bot lane, which is... It's seen, like it's a thing. I still maintain it's kind of suboptimal. You don't need that many healing abilities in one lane. We're just gonna get the game started here. Erengar's gonna go ahead and take the first buff, and Seth's gonna mirror that on the other side. So far, a perfectly mirrored game, even the CS count. Oh, never mind. Cassiopeia pulled ahead by 1. Ruined the symmetry completely. I'm gonna start this game off right. So the Yuumi lane, there's a reason this champion's never allowed through. She's a support that just breaks every rule of League of Legends, and somehow still allowed to exist in her current form. Oh, the Darius, he hit level 2. He didn't take Apprehend. If he took Apprehend, might have been a kill. But the Maokai is bleeding out now. It was only 1 CS. That's going to be pretty difficult for the Maokai to stay alive. Farming under tower is possible against Darius though. If Darius bleeds you, he cannot contest you under tower because he will draw aggro. Also, farming under tower is equally terrifying for a tank that can't really secure assets under it as well. Oh, beautiful long range Bard Q, landing some poke. It's actually quite taxing for the Yuumi. Yuumi's mana bar is empty now. It's very early on into the laning phase and she already has no mana. She should detach herself and start bopping just to get shields. Did they fix bop and block? Like, does it give mana again? I lost track. Oh, it does restore mana. So yeah, that's even more reason for her to detach and bop somebody to get some mana back. Because her mana bar is not looking healthy just 3 minutes into the game. You don't want to drain your mana like that. Ezreal too is running pretty low. Slane is shoving them in quite a bit. Here comes a bar from the side. Bop and block, but the shield immediately goes away. There's no W available for the Yuumi. I'm trying to not say the name because her W is a pun on her name, and I hate that. Set's gonna run into a Rengar, but on the top side, the Maokai is losing this trade to the Darius, so the Darius can't possibly help. Oh, he is popping the Ghost. No, the bleed kills the Maokai in the side, and the Set has to try to run. One more hit will do it. Double kill for the Darius. Set wins that 1v1, but unfortunately he can't quite run away from Flash Ghost. Just way too much speed. So double kill in tow, and Darius is 24 CS to 9. So really, he's doing great in his lane so far, but the Yuumi gets bound up once again. If she pulls the feathers back, this might be a kill. There's no pullback for the feather, and the Xayah is falling so low. Zumi is going to reset the Ezreal's health, but the Ignite will slow him down. Mystic Shot, not enough. Doesn't kill through the exhaust, but now the Bard is left alone. One more hit will do it. Can they do it? One more auto. Yuumi takes that kill. Probably not the best person you want to give a confirmed kill to, but the Xayah is now trying to trade 1v1 against the Ezreal. Flash forward. Beautiful deadly plumage. So that actually works out for red team. Despite losing the first kill, the 80 carry stays alive. And the tree, oh, the tree's dead again. Sap magic! Oh, the sap magic! Oh my gosh, it actually worked. Keeps the tree alive for now, but the decimate connects. And there it is. Here comes the Set. He's gonna start punching. Darius is falling very low. Haymaker, he's down to a shred of his life. Not anymore. Decimate comes down. There's no Haymaker anymore. Oh no. See, that's the thing about popping Haymaker early. If you cannot confirm the kill was Haymaker and you use it early, suddenly you lose your shield in the subsequent trade. The smart play there was to immediately back off once your Haymaker doesn't secure the kill, especially against the Darius. He will find a way to gain the life back because it's Darius. And now top lane is extremely over, I say. 42 CS to 12. 4-kill lead, Phage and Merctress. Oh my god, it's Phage and Merctress against Brown Boots. That's an incredible discrepancy in income. Not to mention this Maokai who has already teleported back to lane. And this teleport is made in a context where you were trying to stay alive but died anyway. So now you don't have a fast way back to lane and you don't really have an avenue to catch up. Not to mention, most of the kills that the Darius got, I think all of them in fact, have been solo kills. So he's quite a bit ahead in EXP as well. I believe, yep, he's an entire level and a half, or even almost 2 levels above the Maokai's. And that's Maokai. Maokai is just gonna die again here. There's no running away from the Darius here. The Phage is too strong. Flash away buys the Maokai a second shot of life. But that's a 5-minute summoner, so until the 11.5 minute mark, this Maokai can't play aggressive anymore. And by then the game might be over. So far this game is off to a really great start here for the top lane on blue team, and basically that's just gonna make up the entirety of their lead. But it's fine. Darius is in a position where the 1v9 is possible. So even if the rest of his team starts feeding horribly, and they're not, they're all doing okay. Like, not awful, but okay. Set standing on a ward. And Rengar sees us. Rengar's gonna pilfer the Set's jungle. He knows exactly where the enemy jungler is. The feathers are coming in hard and fast from the Xayah. For red team, they have some advantages. Their bot lane is building up a pretty good lead. Mid lane is holding even, but Cassio outstrips the Zed. So holding even is good for Cassio. And for the time being at least, Set is still in the position where he can beat the crap out of Rengar. It's just that the top lane has bled out so much for red team that there's no lead possible to be gained. The Darius can just walk in and basically make up for any deficits any other lane accrues. He's way too strong right now. So now you instead turn the tables to red team and look at their team comp. Do they have what it takes to kite Darius infinitely? Because Darius is still, despite how fat he is, even with Ghost, he's quite kiteable. Xayah can definitely kite him. Bar can definitely kite him. Cassio can do it too. Petrifying Gaze. Meanwhile, she's standing on top of 3 shadows. Deathmark not gonna pop in time. She's just fine. Barrier is popped, but the Rengar's in hot pursuit. Here comes the Rengar ultimate. He kills her off instantly. Maokai's gonna punch away the Darius, but it's not enough. The dunk. Darius gets his 5th solo kill. It's 73 CS with 27. It's almost a palindromic number, which in the context of CS is horrifying. It could either be horrifying or not at all. In this case, it's horrifying. First item Tabai, which is the correct choice here, although it's more so the extra movement speed helping you to at least try to run away, but you can't really run from this Darius, who first items is Phage and has Ghost and Flash. No amount of movement speed can get you out. Bot lane for blue team, they're still farming up, although Ezreal is kind of behind in his items. I expected to see more than tier on him by this point in the game. He hasn't shopped in a while. How much gold is he sitting on? Oh yeah, he's sitting on quite a bit of gold. He's actually saved up for an entire mana. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't do this. Boost plus Sheen is better for your buck at this stage in the game, because you don't desperately need to stack a single item more mana. Without Sheen, without the Triforce component or the Gauntlet component, you're still lacking damage, because Malamute on his own, you're dumping 2300 gold into not that much damage, and Maokai's dead again. 6-0 for the Darius. It's like that's one of the deaths where you just kind of accept fate. You can't run away from that one. Although Darius did flash forward for it. It's satisfying to get solo kills, but is it really worth committing flash for a 0-3 Maokai just to put a 4th death on the board? I'm not sure. Ezreal's gonna get exhausted, but he's gonna blink away, and the set though way too far forward. Flashing under tower is not a great decision, and now this gank has been turned around. Final chapter for Yumi buying some time as well, but here comes the Xayah damage. Feather Storm comes down, the Feather pullback snaring up the Yumi. That's gonna be 1 kill. The Ezreal hasn't found one of his own yet. Bard's tanking tower, 1 more hit from the Xayah will do it. Good double kill, but meanwhile top turret has fallen. That's the first turret of the game. It's been almost equalized by a even exchange at bot, we'll say. It's the set dies, but so does bot lane. Zed roams down, but he's not going to find anything. And this is a pretty costly roam. All that time spending walking down and then immediately back up is actually kind of bad in his position. Casio can't get this plate here. Zed's going to come back and drive her out of the lane. That Pinkwar's not in the brush. Oh no. That's hilarious. Although it's also not going to be killed. But here comes the Rengar ultimate. Petrifying Gates. Beautiful turnaround, avoiding the stun. So that's going to be an extremely dead Casio. Not sure why Zed decided to commit that much to killing her. In fact, he doesn't even get her because he landed Deathmark and then did no extra damage. So Cassiopeia is just fine. That's a slight missing calculation on both of them's part. Rengar should have stayed forward as well, but he pounced backwards onto the set. There's no kill on the Casio, basically saved by the grace of God. He's in no other situation to survive there. Knocks in Guillotine, doesn't actually find the kill, and the Darius has been pulled back under the tower. 1 more tower shot will do it, but no, the Ghost and the Zoomies gets him out in the nick of time. That was a very ambitious dive for Darius. He is extremely fed, he has Triforce, so that alone is more money than basically all of Red Team is worth. But that dive was really hard, and he got held down by quite a lot of CC. The Maokai rotates down as well. It's a beautiful play. Realizing that tanks aren't really useless as long as they can CC. So that dive from Darius gets sorted. And that's actually a lot of summoners use as well. He uses Ghost. That's a lot. A Ghost on a really fat Darius is worth quite a few summoner spells in exchange. He's gonna get the Herald, but failing a dive means that his momentum gets stunted a bit, and usually that's what you want to happen. You're trying to slow him down at this stage. You're trying to make it so that he can't just run over your team. Although Yumi has found an excuse to tether to him now. Zed's gonna shadow back, Bard's gonna come in, Tempered Fate falls down, and he's gonna be locked up. Solo kill by the Bard. Well, Casio helped, not the solo kill. Feathers pullback, not on the Ezreal. It was a bit of an awkward angle to secure that kill. Featherstorm dodges out True Shot Barrage. And the Rengar comes in to clean up. The kills are pretty ghastly. It was 10-5 and a 5k gold lead, but almost all of it is still on the Darius. Yuumi is just attached to Darius now as his personal servant, which is the correct person to attach to. Just attach to the most fed guy and then you can just go AFK. And they'll probably win the game for you. Sent knows that's Darius taking the red buff away, so he can't really walk up. Maokai gonna sapling over. Red buff's already dead though. So 14 minutes in. 14 minutes in with a hyper-fed mid-game threat. The game should really be broken down a lot more than this. But Darius hasn't really found a positive play in several minutes now actually. He's biding time for his flash, which is almost up. Herald's gonna try to force red team's hand. Is this gonna be a kill tower? It might very well be here, but he's being held down by so much CC. Final chapter comes down for a 3-man root. Decimate connects, but only onto 1, so that's a very small amount of heal. Guillotine not there in time. He's just being tossed up by all the CC. The Goon Squad arrives in full force. 2 bodies dropped. So when red team commits that many members to one lane, what is blue team's response here? Nothing. They don't get a single thing, and they just let their most strong members get shut down by all of red team. They do secure the top tier 2 tower, but he was gonna get that regardless with the Herald. And Zed's gonna be found out here. Temper Fate not there to lock down. The Shadow gets him out. Ezreal. Oh, he has to be careful. He's so extended. Magical Journey from the side. Bar is coming in for the gank, and the set is here as well. Facebreaker drags back. The slow is there. The stun is there against the corner of a wall. Beautiful kill by the beautiful stun by the Bard. Beautiful kill there by red team on the Ezreal. And Ezreal has gone back for his Sheen. He's had it for a while. I just forgot to talk about it, but it's very delayed. It's almost 16 minutes in. Xayah sitting on 1 completed item. She is stronger than this Ezreal by a pretty significant margin. And keep in mind, when they shut down the Darius, the Xayah wasn't even there to contest. The 280 carries are still farming, and it benefits Xayah a little bit more. Granted, Ezreal late game is quite terrifying, but red team needs a powerful backliner, and they're very quickly getting one in the form of Xayah. The Flame Horizon is coming in for top lane, but at this point, it's not exactly stabilization because the Maokai isn't really able to stand on his own. But it has gotten to a point where the bleeding kind of got contained and the CC chain comes down, but the CC got perfectly stacked. So now the CC is supposed ended. The Darius is going to flash in. He's running him on the back line. First kill onto the set already. This might be a beautiful cleanup here. Apprehend, and the Xayah is going to die. The spike gets reset by Temper Fate, but the Petrifying Gaze goes through it. The Casio no ultimate. They have so much CC, but they didn't land any of it. The Maokai has to try to run away, dunked in the portal. Casio might be next to escape. Zion's Hourglass comes down. The 5 stacks onto the Bard. Blastcone's trying to get the Casio out. A disastrous fight by red team, and they just randomly got aced. That's a pretty good example of how not to team fight. You have so much CC, you either all dropped it at the same time, or actually, no, that's exactly the problem. They all used it at the same time, including Bard Ultimate and Casio Ultimate, which, you know, just straight up doesn't work. If it was layered a little bit more, like Twisted Advance first, then Showstopper, not at the same time, Temper Fate Lockdown, then Petrifying Gates, it would have stunned him for long enough so that Darius couldn't have done that much damage. There's so much CC on red team, but they use it as if they only had 2. And that was the clear downfall in that team fight, and that's gonna be a pretty disastrous ace right outside their base. They're actually lucky they held on to their turret. Darius could have easily killed it. In a 1v1 situation, nobody can fight the Darius, and that's kind of their problem right now. They need some threat on the side lane. Bard's gonna have to ghost away. Set wants to fight this reward, but it's really the smartest play right here. Rengar gonna flash away from the Facebreaker, so he's just fine. They had to come back for this ward. They had to clear it out. Ringer clearing away red camp here. Darius is still so scary. He's got 2/3 of his team's kills. He's got 2 completed items. Plus boots. He's sitting on 2 very powerful components. He's sitting on a Bramble Vessel. Xayah can't really attack into him. And he's sitting on a Cal because that's turning into Adaptive Helm. I hope that's Adaptive Helm at least. Sapling plus Petrifying Fangs plus Poison. There's a lot of continuous magic damage that needs to be cut down by the Helm. If that's Spirit Visage, I'm reporting him. There, he's gonna cut away the red camp. Bard Q gonna slow him down, but it's just a lonely support and the Darius is way faster. Temper Fate gonna try to buy him some time. There's so many bleeds take down. The magical journey not enough. And the one axe to the face takes him down. So Bard's gonna die for the 3rd time and Darius is gonna kill someone for the 11th. It's quite a scary opponent now. And without Bard, which is a solid chunk of their CC, and the rest of them in separate lanes, Xayah can't really walk up. Apprehend misses, which would have been a very dead Xayah if it did connect. Tower's under so much siege. Nobody in red team is responding to this. They can't really in this position. Tempered Twisted Advance gonna try to slow him down. Featherstorm pulls him back, but it's not enough. The Darius is just too big. Maokai Root's not there either. Cassio finds a kill at mid lane. But it's just Constellation. They're just gonna give away top lane for free. Zed's gonna come in. The Fangs are coming back, but it's a very greedy Fangs. Cassio can't walk away, so she tries to walk forward to confirm the kill, but she can't do it. Darius still wants that inhibitor. Facebreaker gonna try to find the stun. Haymaker is there as well. Showstopper slams him back, but slamming him back means also away from the rest of his team. So that means this Darius is gonna get a triple kill in red team's own base. 22-11. He's got 14 kills, and he's just killed the inhib. Everything that red team has thrown at him has just gone to waste, and there's a surrender coming out. I do think this game was very winnable. The only problem was that one team fight right outside their base where it was just extremely scuffed. All of the CCs thrown out at the same time, and the Darius just gets to clean up afterwards, and then the game's over from there. You can't really win.